जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण। जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय। गौरानिताय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती श्रीवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड शिल प्रभुपाद की। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। नामचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की। मथुरा पुरी धाम की। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की। श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की। गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा माधव की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, श्री श्री गौनिताय की, ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, श्री माधवेंद्र पुरी पाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. This is a chapter fourth number of Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit written by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Sripad Madhavendra Puri is the spiritual master of Ishwar Puri, who is the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Param Guru, spiritual master. Madhavendra Puri is Kalparuksha, a desire fulfilling tree in Golok Vrindavan Dham. And here he comes, he is the one, he comes before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's advent. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent some of his close associates, Krishna sent, before his advent over here. And one of them is Sripad Madhavendra Puri, others being Jagannath Mishra, Sachimata, Advaita Acharya, and some others. He also is considered the root of the tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is compared to a tree. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is compared to the trunk of the tree also, and the root is there. The main root is Madhavendra Puri, and some nine sub roots. They are the nine sannyasi disciples of Madhavendra Puri. The trunk is Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then you might have seen that picture. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is extending two arms, so one branch and another branch. Advaita Acharya, Nityam Prabhu, and then many sub branches, and then all associates come as one of the sub branches. ISKCON also is one of the sub branches of that tree of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada says. And the pastimes that are happening here now, what is happening in ISKCON, these also these are also pastimes. In future they will be narrated. Now also we are narrating in one sense. So Shripad Madhavendra Puri is the one who began worshipping Srimati Radharani along with Krishna. Otherwise, traditionally only Krishna was worshipped alone. Radharani was not there, but he was the one who started it. So we are very grateful to him. Had it not been for him, we would not get Srimati Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu certainly gave Radharani's glories. He glorified all over the world, but in one sense, he made Shripad Madhavendra Puri instrumental in getting Srimati Radharani or getting her worship along with Krishna. When Baldev Vidyabhushan went to Jaipur for that famous debate where the Ramanandis had raised an objection that how is Gaudiya Sampradaya bona fide? Because every Sampradaya has its commentary, but you don't have your commentary. He said, but why should we write another commentary when The writer of Vedanta Sutra, Srila Vyasdev, only has given natural commentary in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is only accepted. They said no, that is okay, that is glorified, that commentary. But every sampradaya has to have, and you don't have, so yours is not bona fide. So then he had to approach Govind Dev. So when he went to Govind Dev's altar, he was shocked that he is alone. Srimati Radharani is not there. And then he asked what happened. They said, they are saying, where is Radharani's description in the scripture? She is not to be worshipped. So Baldev Vidyabhushan was shocked. Because Krishna alone singing is very odd for devotees. We are always accustomed to seeing Radharani with Krishna. So then he understood. Like that, we cannot get Radharani. Radharani was kept in the backside somewhere, and separately she was being worshipped by some Gaudiyas. So then he had to defeat them based on Sri Govinda Bhashya and all. So then Radharani was again brought next to Govindev. Baldev Vidyabhushan was very happy. So Madhavendra Puri was the one who started it. So we will discuss this chapter. First verse generally of any chapter of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is in Sanskrit, and it gives the summary of the entire chapter. What the chapter is going to tell is discussed in just one verse. Then second verse is Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda with slight modification. Sometimes third verse is also all glories to then Gadadhar Srivas. Otherwise third verse onwards in Bangla only the whatever the chapter is going to say in elaboration starts. So the first verse is the essence in Sanskrit. Please repeat. Yasmai datum chorayan kshira bhandam gopinatah kshira chorabhido abut Shri Gopalah pradurasid vasha san yat premna tam madhavendram natosmi. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Madhavendra Puri, who was given a pot of sweet rice stolen by Sri Gopinath, celebrated thereafter as Kshira Chora. Being pleased by Madhavendra Puri's love, Sri Gopal, the deity at Govardhan, appeared to the public vision. जय जय गौरचंद्र जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद. All glories to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Advaita Acharya, and all the devotees of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Niladri, then the description comes how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, when he wanted to go to Vrindavan, he was misdirected by Nityananda Prabhu, Shantipur, to Shantipur, and Shantipur he stayed in Advaita Acharya's house for 7 8 days. That is the time Shashimata came to meet her son after sannyas. She was shocked seeing him in saffron clothes without long black curly hair. But then she accepted. You wanted to be a sannyasi, fine. So then you should not stay in Vrindavan. You should make Jagannath Puri as your headquarter, because Jagannath Puri and Navadvip, they are like two rooms of the same house. This is nearby. Devotees will keep going to Jagannath Puri regularly, and you will also sometimes come here for worshipping Mother Ganga. So that way I will get news about you, get to see you sometimes. If you make Vrindavan as your headquarter, it's too far. I won't be able to hear you. So please hear this request. He said, yes, mother. Don't worry, I will be in Jagannath Puri. So when he had to go to Jagannath Puri, alone he should not go. So Advaita Acharya sent four associates with him: Nityanand Prabhu, Mukunda Datta, then Jagdanand Pandit and Damodar Pandit. As they were this five, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with four devotees, they were proceeding. They reached Remuna. They are going towards from Navadip, slowly, slowly, around 15 days might have taken. So they reached Remuna. The trend was anyway. Okay, so as he reached there, you all they can that can be switched off now because everybody is looking there. Speaker is here. So where ours is Shutekshita Panta, hearing path. So we should hear with our ears and should not see with eyes. Both can be done together, but preferably hearing. Seeing through hearing. So that is switched off. Very good. Now devotees will have much more concentration. As soon as he reached Jagannath, he reached Remuna and saw the deity of Kshirchar Gopinath. He immediately bowed down to the lotus feet of Kshirchar Gopinath. He kept his head at the feet of Jagannath of Kshirchar Gopinath. Immediately the flower crown made up of flowers which was on the head of Shri Gopinath, fell down exactly on the head of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not so easy, no? If it falls also, it will fall down somewhere, but it got inserted properly there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy. He was very happy. Then, seeing this influence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the associates of Gopinath, the servants, the pujaris, they were very happy. Seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so beautiful, and then his transcendental qualities. Nana Rupe Pritya Kaila Prabhu Sevan Seiratri Taha Prabhu Karila Vanchan. All these associates of Shri Gopinath, they came forward and they served Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in different ways. Mahaprabhu stayed that night there only in the temple of Shri Gopinath. महाप्रसाद क्षीर लोभे रहिला प्रभु तथा पूर्वे ईश्वर पुरी तारे करिया छेन कथा. Mahaprabhu was very eager to test the kheer, famous kheer called Amrit Keli, which is regularly daily offered to Shirchar Gopinath. So for that reason, he thought this is maybe I should get some remnants. He's desiring that. Then he recited the story that he had heard about Madhavendra Puri and Shirchar Gopinath's story from his spiritual master Ishwar Puri. The trend was on the way, around 15 days travel, walking. Everywhere they would find any temple, Vishnu temple and Shiva temple, they would enter and they would take darshan. And who would tell the katha? Nityampru always. Because Nityampru had traveled for 20 years all over India from the age of 12 till 32 with some sannyasi, it is said. That story is there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Recently, I was reading Prem Vilas book by Nityan Das. So he says that was Ishwar Puri. So I have read half. Afterwards, some clarification comes. It seems. But anyway, so after he wandered all throughout India, he knew all the holy places. So he would be the one who tell Katha how this deity came about, what happened to temple, how temple came. Everywhere he would tell, but only one place Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the speaker, and that is this place, Remuna. Shirchar Gopinath story is told by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. क्षीरचोरा गोपीनाथ प्रसिद्ध तार नाम भक्त गणे कहे प्रभु सहित आख्यान. The Lord's the deity's name was Shirchora Gopinath, famous name. And Mahaprabhu started telling. पूर्व माधव पुरीर लागी क्षीर कैला चोरी अतएव नाम हैल क्षीर चोरा हरि. So in essence he's telling in the past for the sake of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Gopinath stole kshir, that is Amrit Keli, sweet rice. That's why this deity became famous by the name Shirchor Gopinath. So this is in essence, but then he will elaborate. पूर्वे श्री माधवपुरी आईला वृंदावन भ्रमिते भ्रमित केला गिरी गोवर्धन. Madhavendra was a sannyasi. He would travel. Earlier, sometimes he would travel with his disciples also, but this time he's alone. This might have been much before also, because he got disciples like Ishwar Puri, then Rangapuri, and many others later on. And there are descriptions of his traveling with these sannyasi disciples through forests. He would never go enter in city, because in city there are so many materialistic people. I don't want to see their face also. So that's why he would go from forest to forest, avoiding all the cities, roads, etc. But this time is much before than that also. That's why there is no buddy with him. He's all alone. So then Lord for him, he's saying he wandered everywhere and then he came to Vrindavan, and particularly Govardhan he came. After wandering through 12 forests of Vrindavan, then the devotees will come to Govardhan also. Govardhan is part of Vrindavan only. It's not part of any other 11 forests. It's a part of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is very huge as such. So it goes all the way to Nandagaon and all. That all is Vrindavan only. And Krishna as such never stayed in the Vrindavan which we know. All these 7 temples are there. Krishna never stayed there. He would take cows over there for grazing. Krishna stayed at Chatikara when they came from Gokul Mahaman, crossing Yamuna to eastern bank. And then afterwards they went to Dig, they went here, they went there. And then ultimately Nandagaon was the place, final place. They settled at. And from there Krishna would come daily for grazing cows, etc. to Vrindavan. And that's where he killed Keshi demon. We have Keshi Ghat there. Many pastimes are there in Vrindavan, but he never stayed there. So that never happened. प्रेमे मत्त नाही तार रात्रि दिन ज्ञान क्षणे उठे क्षणे पडे नाही स्थान स्थान. Mahaprabhu was so intoxicated with love for Krishna that he was not even aware whether it's daytime or night time. Sometimes he would stand up, sometimes he would fall down. Which place he is proper place or not proper place? Absolutely no awareness. This is called as absorption. In one word, bhakti means absorption. Whatever activity we do, You should be fully absorbed. Just like now I'm giving class, I should be fully absorbed in class. And you are hearing class, you should be fully absorbed in class. That's why we stopped your distraction. Now nobody can watch at that screen. So absorption, whatever we do, that is also sign of mode of goodness and in pure goodness. Mm. So he was not aware only what's the external surroundings, what's happening. शैल परिक्रमा करी गोविंद कुंड आसी स्नान करी वृक्ष तले आछे संध्या वसी. He circumambulated Govardhan, kept walking. Whole parikrama was over. Then he ultimately came at Govindakund and just resided there. He performed. He took bath in Govindakund, sat down below one tree to perform his Gayatri and just sit and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That place is there. How many of you visited? Madhavendra Puri Baitak, below that tree. That is there now also. So he started chanting. गोपाल बालक एक दुग्ध भांड लैया आसी आगे धरी किचू बलिल हसिया. One small boy came around 7 8 years old. His name was Gopal. He brought one milk pot. He gave it to Madhavendra Puri and smiled and started saying, Puri, यही दुग्ध लैया कर तुम्ही पान मागी खेने नाही खाओ की बा कर ध्यान. Oh my dear Puri, please take this milk and drink it. You don't ask. Why is it that you just keep meditating only? बालकेर सौंदर्यपुरीर हैल संतोष तहार मधुर वाक्ये गेल भोक शोक. Madhavendra Puri's vritti, the lifestyle, is called as Ayachita vritti. Yachana means to beg. Ayachita, not begging only. He would not beg anywhere. Sadhus are supposed to beg because they don't have any foodstuffs with them. Every day, different recommendations are there at different states of different stages of sannyas. Kutichak, Bahudak, Parivrajagacharya, and Paramhamsa. So different recommendations are there in the scriptures. But Madhavendra Puri was on a very high level, and his was Ayachitarutti, not begging. He would never beg anything from anyone. But people would say, okay, there is some sannyasi, some sadhu. They would naturally come and give some food stuff. Then only he would take. Otherwise, he would feast on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Fasting is never a botheration if we are feasting on holy name. But unfortunately, feasting on holy name is not so easy. So fasting becomes very difficult. So then we can take some prasad also. But Madhavendra Puri would not take. So Krishna only came. अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेममहाम्यहम्. So Ananyaschinta, with undivided attention, Madhavendra Puri was fixed on Krishna, chanting the holy name. So Krishna's responsibility to maintain him. Hmm? We take care of our own maintenance, so then Krishna doesn't have to worry about our maintenance. But then spiritual maintenance remains because we are not focused in our spiritual practices. So more we focus on spiritual practices, Krishna will take look after our material needs and all that. They will be automatically fulfilled. Krishna will arrange them personally coming like he came for Madhavendra Puri, or else through some agent he will arrange. For pure devotees personally. Ananyas Chintayantamam, for them, Yogakshema Mahami Aham. I personally look after their needs. And there are hundreds of devotee stories how Krishna personally came and served them as a humble menial servant also. So because of beauty of this boy Gopal, it was so amazing that Madhavendra was just satisfied by looking at Krishna only. This is the perfection of our eyes to be able to see the beautiful form of their lordships, and this itself should satisfy us so much that we should forget the whole world ideally. Her Grace Laduni Mataji, one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, staying in Nurundaun, serving there. So she would dress Jagannath Baldev Subhadra there in Nurundaun. Then she would come out and stand to see how the Lord looks like. And then for hours she would be standing and gazing at the beauty of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. Hours and hours. She would not realize that many hours have passed by. So like that. In fact, she wrote a letter also to Srila Prabhupada that no, they are so beautiful. I feel like keep looking at them, and they also come in my dream. Something like that she wrote. So Prabhupada said, yes, the Lord is so amazing. For his devotee, he reciprocates, and the devotee can remember the Lord 25 hours a day. That means our 18 wakeful hours are our 24 hours. Hmm? and then 6 sleeping hours, that is 1 more hour, let's say. So 25 hours a devotee can remember in one day. That means in the night also, in the sleep also, we'll get remembrance of the Lord. Currently we don't have to worry about that. Currently we have to see, at least while chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we remember the Lord. The forms of their lordships automatically should come on the screen of our mind. If they don't come, that means ignorance is very prominent in life and offenses are prominent. One of the two. Hmm. So if I tell, like, think of Miss Julie from London. Miss Julie from London. Acha, Miss Julie. That means girl. What is the height? Whether she's fair? You cannot think of anything. Because who is Miss Julie? There may be many Miss Julies also. So we don't. So you can't. So similarly, the lordship's forms will not come because of either ignorance or offenses. Abhinnatvam nama namino. There is no difference between the Lord and His holy name. But they will become bhinna. They are abhinna, but they will become bhinna because of our offenses. But when offenseless chanting is done, then immediately, as soon as Hare Krishna, immediately Radha, Rani on the right side and Krishna on left side. They will appear. Not to these eyes, to the screen of the eyes, Drushti Patal, but to Manas Patal. They have to appear. And anybody who chants very attentively, for him immediately Lord appears. Now he's chanting very attentively, Lord came or not? Lord came. Personally came. Similarly, Haridas Thakur in his last days is chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He's not able to chant because he's very old, body is invalid kind of. And then immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Jagannath is in the temple only, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came right there and brought Mahaprasad also. Hmm? Ananya Chintanatama Yogakshema Mahamyaham, like that. So this we have to also follow the path of Mahajanas. Mahajaneno Gata Supanta, or Sadhu Vartmanu Vartmanam. So here is a sadhu. We have to beg at the lotus feet of Madhavendra Puri. Please bless us to have that undivided attention while chanting the holy name. Then we will be blessed. So hearing the very melodious voice, sweet voice of that child Gopal, Madhavendra forgot all hunger and thirst. Puri कहे कि तुम्हें कहाँ तुम्हारा वास कि मते जानिले अमी करी उपवास. Madhavendra Puri is eager to know because boy did not introduce himself. He only said, "Hey, you don't beg anything. Here is milk. Please take it." So he is inquiring, "Who are you? के तुम्ही? कहाँ तुम्हारा वास? Where do you reside? के मते जानिले? How did you understand? आमी करी उपवास that I have been fasting. बालक कहे गोपामी यही ग्रामे वासी हमारे ग्रामे ते के ना रहे उपवासी. He said, I reside over here only, and in my village nobody remains hungry. That means either they will beg, that he'll say ahead. बालक कहे, he says, के हम अन्न मागे खाए के ह दुग्धाहार. Some people beg for foodstuffs. Some people only drink milk. अयाचक जाने आमी दिए त ahar. And those who have this ayachit vritti, those who don't beg, for them I personally provide foodstuffs. जलनीते स्त्रीगण तोमार देखी गेल स्त्री सब दुग्ध दिया आमारे पाठाइला. You see, that is a well there. The women have been drawing water from that well from morning, and they have been observing you that you have not begged any foodstuffs from anyone, and you just went on chanting. So they told me, that go and give him something. So I brought this milk for you. गोदोहन करीते चाही शीघ्र आम्ही जाब अरबार आसी आम्ही यही भांड लैब. I need to go to milk the cows, so I am going, but soon I will come back. I will come back to take back my pot, like that. येत बोली गेला बालक ना देखिये आर माधव पुरी रे चित्ते हैल चमत्कार. Saying that, that boy left, and Madhavpuri was wonderstruck. Who is that? So beautiful and so sweetly he speaks. दुग्धपान करी भांड धुइया राखील वाट देखे से बालक पुनः न आईल. He drank milk, then he washed the milk pot, that earthen pot, with water. Then he was waiting. The child will come any time. But the boy did not return only. वसी नाम लय पुरी निद्रा नाही होय शेष रात्रे तंद्र हैल बाह्य वृत्ती लय. Madhavendra Puri kept chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and he was not sleeping only. Almost whole night passed by. Towards the end of the night, he slightly felt he dozed off, and his external activities stopped. स्वप्ने देखे सई बालक सम्मुखे आसिया एक कुंजे लय्या गेला हाते ते धरिया. That child came, that boy came in the dream of Madhavendra Puri, in front of him in the dream, caught his hand, then took him to one grove, one bush in the jungle. कुंज देखा या कहे आम्ही यही कुंजे रहा रही शीघ्र शीतवृष्टि वाताग्निते महादुःख पाई. Then that boy said that I reside in this kunja and I have to suffer cold, then rain showers, wind blowing, and fire also. Because of this, I am all the time tormented. I suffer because of all this. ग्रामेर लोकानी आमकाठ कुंज हैते पर्वत उपरी लय राख भालमते. You take villages, Vrindavan, Brajavasis, and take me out of this kunja, this bush. Install me on the top of Govardhan mountain. That will be very nice. एकम मठ करितः करह स्थापन बहुशीतल जले कर श्री अंग मार्जन. Have some kind of small temple built for me there, and with very cooling water you rub my body, cleanse my body. बहुदिन तुम्हारा पथा करी निरीक्षण करे आसी कबे आसी माधव आमा करीबे सेवन. From long time, for many days I have been waiting for you. Hmm? That when will my Madhavendra Puri will come and serve me. So this is the love of the devotees for which Krishna himself is hungry. Krishna is hungry for our love. He is not hungry for our foodstuffs. Foodstuffs are the medium by which we show our love. And there are so many other ways. Flower also we can offer with love. Because of Kali Yuga, we have more or less third class flowers in the world today. They are not very high quality. No matter how much ever you pay, you don't get very high quality flowers. So what a devotee is supposed to do, he may have any flower that is provided by temple, but in the mind you should offer the best of the flowers. 1,000 petal flowers you should offer. Hmm? To Krishna you can offer yellow lotus flower, or one of the best one is that what they call champak flowers they call, no? Yellow color flowers, very fragrant also, because they are of Radharani's color. To Radharani you can offer bluish 1,000 petal lotuses, and we can offer millions of lotuses also. In your one hand there can be 10 billion lotus flowers, each one of 1,000 petals, and you should offer that in the mind, because in the hand you have marigold, which appears to be only one stem with all the flower petals fallen here and there, or hardly any flower petals. That is the situation of Kali Yuga. So Lord is very hungry for the devotion, the foodstuffs of the devotee. Then he takes it. So he was waiting, he says, Tomara prema vashe kari seva angikara darshan diya nistariba sakala samsara. Because of your intense love for me, I will accept services from you. Lord is saying, I am eager to receive services from you. And then, what he says, then with the second thing is, along with that, I will also give darshan to all the people of the world and deliver them. So currently, this deity of Gopal is in Nathadwara. How many of you have seen Nathadwara? So we had gone there once. You can go sometimes. Very beautifully there they are being taken care of. Ahadi Shri Gopala Nama Mora Govardhana Dhari Vajrera Sthapita Ami Iha Adhikari. My name is Shri Gopal. Lord is giving his own introduction. And Govardhan Dhari. I am the lifter of Govardhan Hill. I was established by Vajranath, the great grandson of Krishna. Krishna's son Pradyumna's son Aniruddha's son Vajranath. So he established me. Ami Iha Adhikari. I am the authority over here. Here in my region. Is the GBC there? Is the GBC for the entire creation. शैल उपरी हैत्यामा कुंजे लुकाइया म्लेच्छ भये सेवक मोरा गेल पलाइया. Then I was on the top of Govardhan only earlier, but then when Mughals attacked, then my associates, fearing for my security, they took me and dug one hole somewhere and put me in one kunja, one bush somewhere. They ran away from there, thinking that when the Mughals go away, we'll come back and again establish the Lord on the top of Govardhan hill. Say haite rahiami yahi kunja sthane bala haila aila ma kadha savadane. But they never returned, so that's why I had been here only in this bush Now please take me out of from this place. That's what Lord requested. Itavali se balaka antadana kaila jagiya Madhava Puri vichara karila. That child disappeared after saying this. Madhavendra Puri awoke and then he was thinking. श्री कृष्ण के देखिन मोई नारी नु चिन्हिते ये तो बोली प्रेमा वेशे पडिला भूमिते. Oh, I saw Krishna. That child was none other than Krishna personally, who came and gave me pot of milk, but I did not recognize my Lord whom I had been worshipping. Then out of ecstasy he fainted on the ground unconscious. क्षणिक रोदन करी मन कैल धीर आज्ञा पालन लागी हैला सुस्थिर. He cried for some time, lamenting, what a fool I am, that I did not recognize my own Lord. How can a servant not recognize his Lord? And on the top of that, I accepted service from the Lord. I did not render any service to him. He rendered service, and I just, in one sense, shamelessly accepted that. But then he again composed himself, pacified himself, and fixed his mind again on executing the order that was given to him by the Lord. So he became tranquil. So thus we should keep aside our emotions and not interrupt, not allow our service to be interrupted. Sometimes we are become so emotional. No, I am not going to do that, like that. So that is not good. This is called a moody devotee. He likes to eat moody, and he's a moody devotee. So many times we are not practicing devotional service. We are practicing emotional service. Hmm? We are servants of our emotions. So this is not good. This is not a devotee. Or if at all, he is a bhava bhakta, bhavana bhakta. He is the servant of his own bhavana, but not Krishna bhavana bhakta. He is his own. So this is not good. One has to give it up by all means. Once in Pune, I was the leader for Sankirtan leader for book distribution department, and somewhere there was some mistake that as a leader that was a mistake from my side. So Rashambra was very angry and he chastised me, what is this, how can you do this, something this and that. So then I was hurt. So then I said, okay, if that is the case, I don't want to be the leader of this book distribution department. I'll be just washing pots, DT backup and all that sort of. He said, no, you only have to be book distribution in charge. I said, Bapare, what is this? I'm ready to be so humble, I'll wash pots. But he said, that is false humility. So he did not accept that at all. He said, no, you are not going to wash pots. You only will be the in charge for book distribution department and you have to rectify your mistake. I said, okay. So then we came up with one scheme in which hundreds and thousands of books were distributed through that scheme to satisfy him. So we should not just, okay, we become emotional. So I will not do that service. This is not good because service is for the pleasure of the Lord. So how can you stop that service? You have to continue serving, just change your mood. That means the wrong mood, attitude should be changed to proper attitude. Advancement depends on the attitude of the follower. By changing service, we don't make advancement. By changing the attitude from wrong to right, we'll make advancement. So that happens only when we are guided properly. प्रातस्नान करी पुरी ग्रामामध्ये गेला सब लोक एकत्र करी कही ते लागिला. In the morning, early morning, he got up, took bath, went to village, that area only, Aniyor and all that. And then he got all the Vrajavasis, spoke to them. ग्रामे रे ईश्वर तुम्हार गोवर्धन धारी कुंजे आछे चलतारे राही बाहिर ये करी. The Lord and Master of your village is Govardhan Krishna. He is in one bush. Let's go there and rescue him, take him out from there. अत्यंत निबिड कुंज नारी प्रवेशिते कोठारी को दाली लह द्वार करीते. It was very dense bush. To enter was not so easy, so they had to use spade and choppers, etc. They used Prajavasis are villages, so they know. They kept cutting and all that. They entered in that bush. शुनि लोक तार संगे चलिला हरिशे कुंज काटी द्वार करी करीला प्रवेश. They made kind of a door and they entered inside. ठाकुर देखिला माटी तृणे आच्छादित देखी सब लोक हैल आनंद विस्मित. Then they, when they saw the deity covered with dirt and grass, they were all struck with wonder and pleasure. आवरण दूर करी करीला विदिते महाभारी ठाकुर केह नारे चालाइते. After they had cleansed the body of the deity, some of them said, the deity is very heavy, no single person can move him. महाबलिष्ठ लोक एकत्र करिया पर्वतो परी गेल पुरी ठाकुर लया. Very powerful happy people, they picked up the deity of the Lord and put him on the top of Govardhan. पाथरेर सिंहासने ठाकुर वसाईल बड एक पाथर पृष्ठे अवलंब दिल. One stone they kept for Lord for rest, foot rest kind of, means standing on that, and other at the back for a backrest kind of. That photo is also very famous. That this Lord is standing, one who is in the Nathdwara now, and one stone below, one stone backside. That's it. This much only. There is no temple, nothing there. ग्रामेर ब्राह्मण सब नव घाटलय्या गोविंद कुंडेर जल अनिल हैया अनिल छानिया. All the Brahmin priests of the village gathered together with 9 water pots, and water from Govind Kund lake was brought there and filtered. That was all filtered water. नव शत घट जल कैला उपनीत नानवाद्य भेरी बाजे स्त्रीगण गाय गीत. They brought 900 pots. They installed the Lord, and then they, with 900 pots, they bathed him. And the water was from Govind Kund. Govind Kund is there only at the foothill of Govardhan. Nana Vadya Bheri Vaje. Different instruments were being played. Strigana Gaya Gita. And ladies, they were singing songs. केह गाय केह नाचे महोत्सव हैल दधी दुग्ध घृत आइल ग्रामे यत छिल. Some sang, some danced. There was a great festival. Somebody brought curd, somebody brought milk, somebody brought ghee. All different villages were bringing different things. भोग सामग्री आइल संदेशा दियत नाना उपहारतः कहिते पारिकत. Various foods and sweetmeats as well as other kinds of presentations were brought there. I am unable to describe all this, but still it describes, so I'll go fast now. I'll just read the translations. The villagers brought a large quantity of tulsi leaves, flowers, and various kinds of garments. Then Sri Madhavendra Puri personally began the Abhishek bathing ceremony. After all inauspicious things were driven away by the chanting of the mantra, the deity's bathing ceremony started. First, the deity was massaged with a large quantity of oil so that his body became very glossy. After the first bathing, further bathings were conducted with Panchagavya and then with Panchamrit. Then the Mahasnan was performed with ghee and water, which had been brought in 100 pots. After the Mahasnan was finished, the deity was again massaged with scented oil and his body made glossy. Then the last bathing ceremony was performed with scented water kept within a conch. After the body of the deity was cleansed, he was dressed very nicely with new garments. Then sandalwood pulp, tulsi garlands, and other fragrant flower garlands were placed upon the body of the deity. After the bathing ceremony was finished, incense and lamps were burnt and all kinds of food offered before the deity. These foods included yogurt, milk, and as many sweetmeats as were received. The deity was first offered many varieties of food, then scented drinking water in new pots, and then water for washing the mouth. Finally, pan mixed with a variety of spices was offered. After the last offering of tambul and pan, Bhoga Artrik was performed. Finally, everyone offered various prayers and then obeisances, falling flat before the deity in full surrender. As soon as the people of the village had understood that the deity was going to be installed, they had brought their entire stocks of rice, dal, and wheat flour. They brought such large quantities that the entire surface of the top of the hill was filled. When the villagers brought their stock of rice, dal, and flour, the potters of the village brought all kinds of cooking pots, and in the morning the cooking began. 10 Brahmins cooked the food grains, and 5 Brahmins cooked both dry and liquid vegetables. The vegetable preparations were made from various kinds of spinach, roots, and fruits collected from the forest, and someone had made bada and badi by mashing dal. In this way, the Brahmins prepared all kinds of food. 5 to 7 men had prepared a huge quantity of chapatis, which were sufficiently covered with ghee, clarified butter, as well as all the vegetables, rice, and dal. All the cooked rice was stacked on palash leaves, which were on new cloths spread over the ground. Around the stack of cooked rice were stacks of chapatis, and all the vegetables and liquid vegetable preparations were placed in different pots and put around them. Pots of yogurt, milk, buttermilk, and shikarini, sweet rice, cream, and solid cream were placed alongside the vegetables. In this way, the Annakut ceremony was performed, and Sri Madhavendra Puri Goswami personally offered everything to Gopal. Many water pots were filled with scented water for drinking, and Lord Sri Gopal, who had been hungry for many days, ate everything offered to him. Although Sri Gopal ate everything offered, still, by the touch of his transcendental hand, everything remained as before. His how Gopal ate everything while the food remained the same was transcendently perceived by Madhavendra Puri Goswami. Nothing remains a secret to the devotees of the Lord. That means he could see Gopal had eaten everything, but then again he kept gave back everything. The wonderful festival and installation of Sri Gopalji was arranged in one day. Certainly, all this was accomplished by the potency of Gopal. No one but a devotee can understand this. Sri Madhavendra Puri offered water to Gopal for washing his mouth and he gave him betel nuts to chew. Then, while Aarti was performed, all the people chanted Jai, Jai, all glories to Gopal. Arranging for the Lord's rest, Sri Madhavendra Puri brought a new cot and over this he spread a new bedspread and thus made the bed ready. So, new bed was brought, new cot, and on that new bedspread is there. So, it's ready. A temporary temple was constructed by covering the bed all around with a straw mattress. Thus, there was a bed and a straw mattress to cover it. Lord is a person, so we have to take care. Just like if we go as guests anywhere, the the host comes and he says, so Prabhu, here is the mattress and here is the thing. What else? You want water here? So like that, all the things we can see here also will be water pots somewhere for Lord to drink. Whenever he feels, he will drink. After the Lord was laid down to rest on the bed, Madhavendra Puri gathered all the Brahmins who had prepared the prasadam and said to them, now feed everyone sumptuously, from the children on up to the aged. All the people gathered there sat down to honor the prasadam, and by they took food. All the Brahmins and their wives were first, they were fed first. Brahmins and Brahmanis, they were fed first. Spiritual master takes pleasure in seeing that the foodstuffs offered to the Lord Prasad are offered to all the living entities also. चतुर्विध श्री भगवत प्रसाद स्वाद्वन्न तृप्तान् हरिभक्त संघान् कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत स्वदैव वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्. He always takes pleasure in seeing other devotees get prasadam. Those who took prasadam included not only the people of Govardhan village but also those who came from other villages. They also saw the deity of Gopal and were offered prasadam to eat. Seeing the influence of Madhavendra Puri, all the people gathered there were struck with wonder. They saw that the Annakut ceremony, which had been performed before during the time of Krishna, was now taking place again by the mercy of Sri Madhavendra Puri. All the Brahmins present on that occasion were initiated by Sri Madhavendra Puri into the Vaishnava cult, and Madhavendra Puri engaged them in different types of service. After taking rest, the deity must be awakened at the end of the day, and immediately some food and some water must be offered to him. So in the morning we wake up the deities something like 3:55, and then 4:10 only we offer sandesh or depends according to season. We may offer sweet rice, different things are there. Then we remove that by 4:25 and 4:30 after cleaning the altar etc. Then 4:30 the altar opens. So before we get to see the Lord, he has eaten nicely. He's ready to be received by all of us. That is not the bathing ceremony. Many times the misunderstanding is with the council, the pujari bathes the Lord, and with that cloth, he is wiping the body of the Lord, just like a towel. That is not the thing. He takes bath later. And pujaris, when the altar closes after Mangalati, that is the time Abhishek is done. This is the reception of the Lord early morning. Because Lord gets up in the kunjas in Vrindavan, then he runs to Nanda Bhavan and pretends to sleep. And Yashoda Mai wakes him up at 6 o'clock around. And then the servants are there, they bathe him and all that. So everything as per what is given by the acharyas, that's how our temple artis and everything is conducted. So Lord was woken up the next day and food and some water was offered. When it was advertised throughout the country that Lord Gopal had appeared atop Govardhan Hill, all the people from neighboring villages came to see the deity. One village after another was pleased to beg Madhavendra Puri to allot them one day to perform the Annakut ceremony. Thus, day after day, the Annakut ceremony was performed for some time. So, we should beg for service. The service is a privilege. Seva adhikar diye karo niज दासी. It's a adhikar. In one sense, we are not fit. So they begged, could you please? Now, if you see, it appears like they have to spend so much of money, energy, time to cook so many foodstuffs. Annakut, kut means what? It's a mountain. So mountains of food. Rice will be like one mountain. Then chapatis will another mountain. So much foodstuffs, cooking and all takes so much energy, money, etc. But they are begging, please. Give us the opportunity. Today we want, our village will do. So Madhavendra Puri readily agreed. So we should not think that I am great and I am getting some third class service and people will see. No, service is high above us. Actually, service is indication or representative of Srimati Radharani. Any service we receive, it's like Srimati Radharani's deity is coming to us and we are going to whatever, dress her and decorate her, etc. That is how service should be taken. And we are not qualified. With all humility, one should perform any service that is offered to us. And we should thank the devotees who offer us service. Many times, because of wrong attitude, mentality, and ignorance, we think, what is this? Every time you catch me only, Prabhu. There are so many other devotees around. Why don't you go to them? What is this? Lot of exploitation happens here. This is a foolishness like that. The only reason a pure devotee desires to go back to God is he has unlimited desires to serve the Lord, but limited capacity in the old body many times. Like old devotees become old, then the body has a lot of problems, health issues, and cannot get up so easily. Bending is difficult. So he has unlimited desires to serve the Lord, but body is not cooperating. So he feels I need to go to Golok Vrindavan. Otherwise, devotee never wants to go to Golok Vrindavan. He is happy rendering services here in hell also. Devotees of the Lord, Narayana Parasarve, na kutaschana bibyati, Swarga Apavarga Narakeshu, Apitulyartha Darshina. Whether it's heaven, hell, or anywhere, devotees are ecstatic, surrendering service to the Lord. But body poses limitations, so they desire to go back to Godhead. So that they'll have Sachidananda body, and in that services will be uninterruptedly performed. So here the people are begging, please give us the privilege of serving Lord, offering him foodstuffs. Our village will do today. So that was agreed upon. One village after another was pleased to beg Madhavendra Puri to allot them one day to perform the Annakut ceremony. Thus, day after day, the Annakut ceremony was performed for some time. Several days passed by. Shri Madhavendra Puri did not eat anything throughout the day, but at night, after laying the deity down to rest, he took a milk preparation. Nothing in the day, just one milk preparation at the end of the day. प्रातःकाले पुनः तैचे करिले सेवन Annalaya Ekagramer Aila Lokakand. The next morning, the rendering of service to the deity began again, and people from one village arrived with all kinds of food grains. So, deity worship arranges or gives us facility to engage our body. So many services are there. You can see there, those what do you call that? Grinding stones are there. Chandan can be what do you call rubbed over there. It takes a lot of time. So much chandan, wooden, and you do it. It will take several hours. It is not like mud. Gopi Chandan you take and put it that one within 5 minutes everything will get. You just put water there and press it with your hand done in 1 2 minutes. But this wooden one, I got so much you have to keep rubbing. It's a good muscular exercise. Hmm. So that is just one service, and like that, so much that lifting that heavy thing only from altar to here, that in itself is a very heavy duty job, heavy duty service. Like that, hundreds of services are offered, especially physical services through DT worship. He says the next morning the rendering service of deity began again. The people from came. The inhabitants of the village brought to the deity of Gopal as much food grains, ghee, yogurt, and milk as they had in their village. The next day, almost as before, there was an Annakut ceremony. All the Brahmins prepared foods and Gopal accepted them. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Vrajabhumi or Vrindavan, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. So, our goal is Vrindavan. Like materialistic people, their goal is New York or London, maybe Sydney, Perth, something like that. So we should hear about Vrindavan and Vrajabasis. How do they conduct themselves? Here you can see how much they love Krishna, and Krishna also is reciprocating. Vrajavasi lokera Krishna, Krishna sahaja piriti, Gopalera sahaja priti, Vrajavasi prati. It's a very mutual loving bond between Krishna and Vrajavasis and Krishna. Just like a lover and beloved. They just can't forget each other, can't live without each other, can't breathe without each other. Like that, Vrajavasis and Krishna are. Throngs of people came from different villages to see the deity of Gopal and they took Mahaprasadam sumptuously. When they saw the super excellent form of Lord Gopal, all their lamentation and unhappiness disappeared. So, just by looking at the beautiful lordships, all our lamentation and happiness will go away. All the villages in neighboring Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan, became aware of the appearance of Gopal, and all the people from these villages came to see him. Day after day, they all performed the Annakut ceremony. In this way, not only the neighboring villages but all the other provinces came to know of Gopal's appearance. Thus, people came from all over, bringing a variety of presentations. The people of Mathura, who are very big capitalists, also brought various presentations and offered them before the deity in devotional service. Thus, countless presentations of gold, silver, garments, scented articles, and eatables arrived. The store of Gopal increased daily. So much. So ideally, we are also supposed to all the gold that is there in your house and all grastas they should offer. But we don't take in temple because Prabhupada told we will not offer details, golden and all this real jewelry because then it will attract many thieves. ISKCON temples will be high, what do you call, risk risky places. Hmm. So that's why we have all imitation jewelry. The Lord deserves real jewelry, gold. If real gold is put, diamonds, sapphires, what else? Hmm? Emeralds. Oh, it will be so amazing. But then we are not able to do that. But sometimes in the temple construction hall, I have seen in Pune for NVCC temple, His Holiness Navagandha Swami Maharaj was asked, Maharaj, please inspire our congregation to give donation. So Maharaj said, okay, so Prabhujis and Matajis, we want donation for our Radha Vrindavan Chandra temple. So come forward. Matajis, whatever earrings, nose ring, necklaces, and Prabhus also, whatever they have, bracelets, etc. Please, that can be immediate and cash if you have. In that was long before, no? So I think online, I think transfer. I don't know what. Maybe it was there. But Maharaj. So then Matajis came. Some Mataji gave nose ring. Some Mataji gave her two bangles and like that they gave and Maharaj had a lot of gold in that. So Maharaj said, wow, okay, this is quite tangible, though we don't know exactly what is the weight and what is the total cost of this, but seems to be some few lakhs. So he was very happy. So you can see the Matajis gave there the nose ring. So she went that those Matajis went without nose ring because they had wearing, no? So they gave that. So like that, all that we possess, we should offer. Sarvadharman Parityajya. My duty to take care of my nose ring, my earring, my necklace. So all these duties should be given up. Mamekam Sharanam Braja. And Krishna is surrendered to you. Like that. So then Krishna said, don't worry. I will give you myself only. The supreme diamond. A sapphire. Our acharyas have described Krishna in such amazing way. When Krishna was born, Yashodamai, when she took him in the hands, it was like a very beautiful bluish sapphire in her hand. Similarly, when Balram, he knows, Kana is my small younger brother, so he would embrace him. So the description she in Gopal Champu, in Anand Vrindavan Champu is given by Shilakavi Karnapur. He says it was like in the console, a very beautiful sapphire was kept because Balramji is white, like console. So in the console, you have the hole. No? So in that sapphire is kept. It was looking Krishna and Balram embracing, means Balram embracing Krishna. So beautiful. So all that we possess should be given to Krishna. Because ultimately this body, our most important possession, will be also taken away. Before this last wealth is taken away, whatever wealth is under our possession, we should offer it to Krishna. मानस देहो गेहो जो किछु मोर अर्पिलु तुवा पदे Nanda Kishore. Then Krishna maintains us. But you know that you have no one. Just like our children. We have so many children here. Why do the parents take care of them? No, yeah, what is this? No. Because they depend on parents only. Food, mother. Water, mother. Can't pass water also. Mummy, shoo. Mummy removes the pant. Okay. Okay, start. Then he starts. And after start, end, she knows end. Then she puts the pant back. Why so much service? Because they are fully dependent on parents. And as they grow, they are not dependent. I say, what is this? Do you think that I am a small boy drinking milk? दूध पीता बच्चा हो क्या मैं? Don't worry. So then they are on their own. So we should express our dependence on Krishna. One who expresses dependence on Krishna, he is surrendered. Certainly one renders services, but internally one says, Krishna, I have no one but you only. But for you, there is no one for me. So then Krishna becomes very happy with such a person, and Krishna takes care of him fully. One very rich Kshatriya of the royal order constructed a temple. Someone made cooking utensils, and someone constructed boundary walls. Each and every family residing in the land of Rajabhumi contributed one cow. In this way, thousands of cows became the property of Gopal. Just say one day, Gopal has not even one cow. He's Gopal, He's the maintainer of the cows, but there is no cow only. And then just every village gave one family gave one cow. So how many cows came? Thousands. Eventually, two Brahmins in the renounced order arrived from Bengal, and Madhavendra Puri, who liked them very much, kept them in Vrindavan and gave them all kinds of comforts. These two were then initiated by Madhavendra Puri, and he entrusted them with the daily service of the Lord. This service was performed continuously, and the worship of the deity became very gorgeous. Thus, Madhavendra Puri was very pleased. In this way, the deity worship in the temple was very gorgeously performed for 2 years. Then one day, Madhavendra Puri had a dream. गोपाल कहे पुरी अमर ताप नहीं जाए मलय ज चंदन लेप तबे से जुड़ाए ओ Madhavendra Puri, the heat in my body is still torturing me. You need to bring the sandalwood from Malay hills. Then only my body will cool down. This is how Lord is. This kind of demand is a sign of extreme, intense, intimate love. When love is at its peak, then lover kind of asks, demands, give me this, and the beloved is happy to offer that. Such intimate relationship is there between the Lord and Madhavendra Puri. मलयज आन या नीलाचल हैते अन्ये हैते नहे तुम्ही चलह त्वरिते bring sandalwood pearl from Jagannath Puri. Kindly go quickly since no one else can do it. You must. So no one else is capable. That love only Madhavendra Puri is able to offer. स्वप्न देखी पुरी गोसाई हैल प्रेमावेश प्रभु आज्ञा पालिबारे गेला पूर्व देश Madhavendra was ecstatic. Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Lord, he has blessed me with the service. He at once left for, he arranged the pujaris to take care and he left. सेवार निर्बंध लोक करिल स्थापन आज्ञा मागे गौड देशे करिल गमन. He made the pujaris serve the deities and then he moved. He took the blessings of Gopal, started. Shantipura आईला अद्वैत आचार्य र घरे पुरीरा प्रेम देखी आचार्य आनंद अंतरे. In Shantipur, on the way to Jagannathpuri, Shantipur comes. There he stayed in the house of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya was stunned seeing the ecstatic love as manifested by Madhavendra Puri. तारे ठाई मंत्र लैला यतन करिया चलिला दक्षिणे पुरी तारे दीक्षा दिला. Advaita Acharya begged to be initiated by Madhavendra Puri. After initiating him, Madhavendra Puri started for South India. That's why Advaita Acharya is the god brother of Ishwar Puri, and Mahaprabhu would respect him a lot because Advaita Acharya took initiation from Madhavendra Puri. It happened on this tour of Madhavendra Puri. रेमुनाथे कैल गोपीनाथ दर्शन तार रूप देखिए हैल विभल मन. On the way now next to Shantipur, eventually he came to Remuna. There seeing the beauty of Gopinath, Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed. This deity of Gopinath who installed Lord Ramchandra when he was wandering in the forest, when he came to Navadip. There is one place, I think Mamgachi, Mudrumdip he came, and so there he came to Odisha here only because they did not carry. There another pastime happened, but here, Lord told Sita Devi that I will be coming in future as Krishna, and she was very eager. She said, "I want to worship you in that form. Could you please give me that?" He said, "Okay." So he took one big stone with the tip of his arrow. He just carved one beautiful deity of Lord Krishna and he offered to Sita Devi. As long as they were in that part of the forest, Sita Devi worshipped that deity, knowing that he is my husband only. Future she is going to appear like this. But then they had to move forward in their journey, 14 years. So then what to do? She asked the local Brahmins, could you please take care of this deity? And they said, why not? It's our pleasure. Then this area, Remona people, they had been worshipping for lakhs of years. And then 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came over there. And here Madhavendra Puri also came here. नृत्य गीत करी जग मोहने वसिला क्या क्या भोग लागे ब्राह्मणे पुछिला. There Madhavendra Puri was ecstatic. He chanted, danced. He sat down and asked a Brahman there, what kind of foods they offered to the deity. This is how a devotee should be always eager. Any temple we go, we can ask, so how all different ways you serve the deities, what all you do. And we, in our local temple, after coming back, we can try to implement. Oh, that system is very good. This boga is very good. We can cook it over here. Like that, one should be always eager to always think how the temple deities in our place, how they can be offered better and more and more services like that. Devotees, when they go anywhere in the world and they find some special, every place in the world has something special, big cities. So let's say diamonds are there. So devotees rich, he can purchase diamond for the deities. Certainly in the ISKCON temple we may not be able to offer. But like that, anything you see around, you should immediately think, Hare. When I went to Machilipatnam for book distribution contest, Bhagavita contest, I was in Gudivada. Then I had to distribute certificates there for the school children. So when I went there, one Grahastha Prabhu, he was driving scooter. He's only Japata Swamara disciple only. So he was taking me around to temple. And when one market we entered, I saw so many jewelry shops. And I was wondering, in coastal area, this city I never heard in life, Machilipatnam, and so many jewelry shops here. I asked Prabhu, Prabhu, how come rich people are having their shops or what? So many. He said, Prabhu, this is all imitation jewelry. Machilipatnam is very famous for imitation jewelry. So, I said, oh, if only I knew it earlier, I would have got the dimensions, all the size required. I would have taken some jewelry for our deities like that. And then I told, next time I come, I'll bring all this whatever requirements of the size of Radharani's neck and all that. So very good. Recently we went to Kartik Yatra. We went to top of Barsana Hill. So there we found persons, they sell ladies earrings and all that. No? So I told some boys, we can take this for Radharani and Vrindavan Chandra. So they purchased. They gave me. Then we offered to the pujari. Said offer. They were very cheap as such, 20 rupees. That's all silver looking, but it's all you understand. After 2 3 times of usage, all that silver will fall down. Inside that plastic will be visible. But we should feel like that. Anywhere we go, anything and everything we see, this is for Krishna. I have to purchase it. If you don't have money, don't worry. Krishna will arrange. Somehow money will come. The desire you cannot purchase. The commodity can easily purchase. If desire is there, the purchase is very easy. Money is not important thing. Desire. Desire you cannot get anywhere in the creation. Money you can get anywhere. Not a big deal. Desire we get in the association of devotees. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. In the satsangat sanjayate sat kama. In good association we get good desires, spiritual desires. And asangat sanjayate asat kamaha. Ajamil was in the bad association. He developed a bad desire to stay with a prostitute. He kicked out his wife and parents. So we should desire to get desire. We should desire to have desires, spiritual desires. And for that we should associate with pure devotees. So he asked, what kind of foodstuffs you offer here? सभारा सौष्ठव देखी आनंदित मने उत्तम भोग लागे इथा बुझी अनुमाने. From the excellence of the arrangements, Madhavendra Puri understood by deduction that only the best food was offered. ऐछे इहा भोग लागे सकले पूछिबो तैछे भियान आगे भोग गोपाले लगाइबो. Madhavendra Puri thought, I shall inquire from the priest what foods are offered to Gopinath, so that by making arrangements in our kitchen, we can offer similar foods to Sri Gopal. यही लागी पूछिले न ब्राह्मणेर स्थाने ब्राह्मण कहिल सब भोग विवरणे. When he asked, Brahman told in details what all we offer here. संध्या भोग लागे क्षीर अमृत केली नाम द्वादश मृत पात्रे भरी अमृत समान. Every evening here we offer 12 earthen pots filled of amrit keli, a special kheer. That's what the pujari said. Gopinathera Kshira Bali Prasidha Nama Yara. This kheer is famous as kheer of Gopinath. Very special. Prithvite Aiche Bhoga Kahana Hiyara. On entire planet Earth, there is no preparation like this anywhere offered. This is only famous of this place, Remuna. That's what I was told. हेन काले से भोग ठाकुरे लागिल शोनीपुरी गोसाई किछु मने विचारिल. So then Madhavendra Puri thought about this when he heard about it. Ayachita Kshira Prasad Alpa Yadi Pai. Without asking only if I can get little of this kheer, Swad Jani Taiche Kshira Gopale Lagail. I can test it and I can understand. Okay, those who are expert cooks, just by testing they can understand. Oh, okay, this camphor is also there. This is also there. So they are very expert. So then he thought, if only I can get little bit. यही इच्छा है लज्जा पाइया विष्णु स्मरण कैल हेन काले भोग बी sorry आरती बाजिल. So that was the time when bhoga was to offered and the altar was closed. He felt so bad that before even the Lord was offered any bhoga, any foodstuff, I thought of eating it. This is a big offense. Before Lord, how can I think of eating it? That's why when sometimes in our ISKCON temples, big temples, the deity kitchen is in one place and altar is little away. So in that case, it has to be taken to the altar through some public area. So then we have to ensure, Pujari has to ensure it is covered with at least cloth. And clips also we put on the plate so that if wind blows, the cloth will be uncovering the food stuff and others will see. And they'll think, hey, puris. they, that is not good. Dogs also should not see it. In the temple premises, dog may not be there, but still nobody should see it. Only Lord will see it first and he will test it first. Then only for others when it becomes prasad. So he felt bad that, oh, I thought of eating it. He became ashamed also. So he remembered the Lord and somehow Aarti he attended. Aarti देखिए पूरी कैला नमस्कार बाहिरे आइला कारे किछु न कहिला आर. So he saw the Aarti and then he just came out. Then he went to the marketplace. He was condemning himself. What a nonsense I did. I thought of eating this. This is not good. प्रेमामृते तृप्त क्षुधा तृष्णा नाही वाधे क्षीर इच्छा खाइल ताहे माने अपराधे. A Paramhamsa like Madhavendra Puri is always satisfied in the loving service of the Lord. Material hunger and thirst cannot impede his activities. When he desired to taste a little sweet rice offered to the deity, he considered that he had committed an offense by desiring to eat what was being offered to the deity. Gramera Shunya Hatek Pasi Karena Kirtan, he went in the empty market, that was evening night time, and he kept chanting there. Etha Pujari Karaila Thakure Shayan. Here Pujari, after offering Bhoga and Arti, he put the Lord to rest. Night, Lord is put to rest. When he slept, then Lord Gopinath appeared in his dream, in the dream of this Pujari. This Pujari is also a pure devotee. But just like that, Lord will not come, and Lord will offer him service also to in the service of his devotee. He said, "Hey Pujari, get up, open the door, and see that one kheer pot of kheer is still remaining there, and I have kept it for my great devotee, Madhavendra Puri. Take it out and go in the marketplace, find out where he is, and give it to him. Go quickly." Then the Pujari got, "Hey, what is that?" But then he took bath because after sleeping, body gets contaminated. So he took bath, wore fresh dhoti kurta tilak, and not kurta, uttari, and then he entered inside. Stitched cloths are not allowed inside, so kurta we cannot wear. So he entered inside, and sure enough, behind one curtain, one dress of the Lord, he found there was one pot of kheer, and he was wondering, 12 pots I had offered, 11 only I removed. How I forgot one? The Lord stole it for the sake of Madhavendra Puri. So every time Krishna steals, he steals for devotees only. In the Vrindavan also, he steals for all his cowherd boys, for monkeys, for crows. Krishna is very loving. स्वप्न देखी पुजारी उठी करीला विचार स्नान करी. Okay, he did all that and it was there, sure enough. Then he took that pot and went in the market saying, Madhavpuri, Madhavpuri, Madhavpuri. Who is called Madhavpuri? For your sake, Gopinath Shira Kaila Churi. And then Madhavendra Puri gave his identification. Yes, I am Madhavendra Puri. What happened? So you are so great. First he kept the pot somewhere and he offered Ashtang Pranam. For you, Krishna has stolen this kheer. You are a pure devotee of the Lord. And here is the kheer. Please accept it. Hmm. He says, Toma Sama Bhagyavan Nahi Tribhavane. Lord is eager to steal kheer for his devotee. Then he took that kheer. Madhavendra Puri was ecstatic. How merciful is the Lord. That Pujari left. Then Madhavendra Puri took that kheer. Then he thought, Lord not only stole kheer for me, he stole pot also. So pot is also Mahaprasad directly. So he broke the pot into small pieces, and every day one piece he would take of that pot. Now how many of us will do that? In festival times we get so many earthen pots when after offering to the Lord. We take everything. Sometimes we put water in that, and like this we take, and then water pot we throw somewhere else. But here Madhavendra has such high class attitude. He thought pot is also stolen, not just kheer is stolen. So pot also should be eaten. So then after this Madhavendra Puri washed the pot and broke it into pieces. He bound all the pieces in his outer cloth. Okay. Every day he would take a little. Having broken the pot and bound the pieces in his cloth, Madhavendra Puri began to think, the Lord has given me a pot of sweet rice, and when the people hear of this tomorrow morning, there will be great crowds. So he was concerned. People will glorify me like anything. Hmm? So I should not stay in Remona because the Pujari will tell, hey, yesterday night, you know what happened? In the dream, Lord came and this happened, and they will think, "Hey, where is Madhavendra? Every whole crowd will come." So I don't want this. This is how a devotee should be, not after name, fame, glory, same old story, like that. So one should, or puja labha pratishtha, shukarera vishtha. It is like the dung of a boar, wild boar from the forest. And his always Gaur Goswami Maharaj says, dung of a wild she boar, like that Maharaj says. So it's not acceptable by a devotee. So let me just leave this place. That's what he thought, and he left also. But then, though he left and reached Nilachal, there the news had already reached, and all the devotees were waiting there for receiving him, guest reception, very high class. And they said, "Welcome, we are so fortunate. We just heard that for you there in Remuna, Lord Gopinath stole key," and he was wondering. I left Remuna, but then now here I cannot escape. But then it was good because devotees were very eager to serve him, and he was not interested in his own service. He was interested in Lord's service. So they collected all the chandan and they gave it to him. And apart from that, they also had karpur, that camphor, that also they gave him. Apart from that, they also gave him two associates who could carry that. वन श्लोक he says प्रतिष्ठार स्वभाव यही जगते विदित येना वांछे तार हय विधाता निर्मित. Even though one may not like it, reputation as ordained by providence comes to him. Indeed, one's transcendental reputation is known throughout the entire world. So no matter how much your devotee hides himself, devotee will be glorified by the Lord. Just like Prabhupada during his time, he did not bother about putting himself forward. He kept himself in the background. But now Krishna is glorifying him more and more and more. When some, I don't know how many, 10, 15 years back, there was objection on this Bhagavad Prabhupada in the Western countries. So then, so much in the court case was going on that no, this is not proper. This philosophy is not presented properly. So that time, Prabhupada came in all the screens of the world, everywhere. I don't remember which year was that, but I think in Russia or somewhere the objection was there, and it was huge. All the screens want to get one advertise for few seconds requires lakhs of rupees without paying single penny. We had Prabhupada and all the devotees dancing on the screens of all the world planets, world channels. So we should just practice bhakti sincerely and try to preach to others. Krishna will spread his glories and devotees' glories to everyone. So then he says Madhavendra Puri wanted to leave Jagannath Puri because the people were honoring him as a great devotee. However, this threatened to hinder his collecting sandalwood for the Gopal deity. So he remained there. They gave him sandalwood. One Brahman and one servant they gave, two people, to carry the sandalwood. And also traveling expenses were given. To get past the toll collectors along the way, Madhavendra Puri was supplied with the necessary release papers from government officers. The papers were placed in his hand. Because Muslims were ruling, many places they would stop. Where are you going? You cannot cross the boundary. So the papers were required. In this way, Madhavendra Puri started for Vrindavan with the burden of sandalwood, and after some days, he again reached village of Remuna and the Gopinath temple there. Again, same journey will be there backward. So then, naturally, he came to Remuna. As soon as he came there, the pujari came, offered obeisance, and he said, "Here is a kheer pot, because Lord should not again steal for you. We don't want Lord to be. We know now Lord's desire. Lord is personally taking care of you. So here it is." Madhavendra took rest that night in the temple, but toward the end of the night, he had another dream. So third time Lord is coming. First time Gopal came and said, "I am put here in the bush. Take me out, install me." Then second time he came and said, "Oh, my dear Madhavendra this I need chandan because still body is hot." Now third time Gopal is coming. What is he saying? Madhavendra dreamt that Gopal came before him and said, "Oh Madhavendra I have already received all the sandalwood and camphor. Now just grind all the sandalwood together with the camphor and then smear the pulp on the body of Gopinath daily until it is finished." That means there only. There is no difference between my body and Gopinath's body. They are one and the same. Therefore, if you smear the sandalwood pulp on the body of Gopinath, you will naturally also smear it on my body. Thus, the temperature of my body will be reduced. You should not hesitate to act according to my order. believing in me. Just do what is needed. Because he may think, oh, it was just a dream, maybe it was concoction. Hmm? So I should not take it seriously. I should carry it all the way to Vrindavan. No. So I think believe in my words. I'm telling you, just here only. So sometimes in the dream, some people get their Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada. So Guru Maharaj told me this, but that may not be necessarily true. Hmm? Some devotee said to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you came in my dream yesterday and said something like smoke a cigarette, something. Prabhupada said that was not me, that was my ghost. Hmm? I'm telling you, never take cigarette. He said, okay, okay. So people come up with many ideas. One Mataji told Prabhupada, Swamiji, when I chant Hare Krishna, red lights come in my head, like that, they shine in my head. Prabhupada said, continue chanting, they will all be switched off. Because lot of mental platform is there for a sadhaka. It's a physical platform, eating, sleeping, otherwise mental platform, imagining. So one should not imagine. प्रजहाति यदा कामान सर्वान् पार्थमनुगतान् आत्मन्नेवात्मना तुष्टस् स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदच्यते 2.55 Krishna in answering Sthitapragya is telling the first thing, one who gives up all varieties of desires springing from mental concoction. This is all our concoction. We have to see what thought comes in our mind. Is it matching with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra or not? If not, that thought should be discarded by all means. After giving these instructions, Gopal disappeared and Srila Madhavendra Puri awoke. He immediately called for all the servants of Gopinath and they came before. And then he said, Lord Gopal has instructed me that offer this all to Gopinath. So they were all very happy. Wow, our Lord here, we did not go anywhere in market, purchase anything from Malay Hills. This Chandan has been brought and they have brought, it's like a home delivery, temple delivery. And we have to just get it rubbed and apply it. So they were very happy, and it was summer season also. So they were very happy, and they did it. That's how we have that 21 days Chandan Yatra, and all the devotees. That's as such every day pujaris apply that, but that is very less. But in that period, especially when it is very much required, season is so hot, summer season, so they do that. Madhavendra Puri said, these two assistants will regularly grind the sandalwood and you should also get two other people to help. I shall pay their salaries. So we should also pay if outsiders are hired. In this way, Gopinathji was supplied ground sandalwood pulp daily. The servants of Gopinath were very pleased with this. In this way, the sandalwood pulp was smeared over the body of Gopinath until the whole stock was finished. Madhavendra Puri stayed there until that time. At the end of summer, Madhavendra Puri returned to Jagannath Puri, where he remained with great pleasure during the whole period of Chaturmasya. So now, because the service is done, so from here again after Grishma Rutu, he went to Jagannath Puri. Because Gopal said, no need, my body, Gopinath body, same only. Thus, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally praised the nectarian characteristics of Madhavendra Puri, and while he related all this to devotees, he personally relished it. प्रभु कहे नित्यानंद कर विचार पुरी सम भाग्यवान जगत न यार ओ नित्याम just think about it Mahaprabhu saying there is no one more fortunate than Madhavendra Puri. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said Madhavendra Puri was so fortunate that Krishna personally appeared before him on the plea of delivering milk. Three times the Lord gave orders to Madhavendra Puri in dreams. Being obliged because of the loving affairs of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Krishna himself appeared as the Gopal deity and accepting his service, he liberated the whole world. On account of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Gopinath stole the pot of sweet rice. Thus he became famous as Kshirochora, the thief who stole the sweet rice. Madhavendra Puri smeared the sandalwood pulp over the body of Gopinath, and in this way he was overpowered with love of Godhead. This is all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Nityanpura and others. He is kind of revising now, repeating. In the provinces of India governed by the Muslims, there was much inconvenience in traveling with sandalwood and camphor. Because of this, Madhavendra Puri might have gotten into trouble. This became known to the Gopal deity. महादयामय प्रभु भक्त वत्सल चंदन परी भक्त प्रेम करिला सफल. The Lord is very merciful and attached to his devotees. So when Gopinath was covered with sandalwood pulp, Madhavendra Puri's labor became successful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed the standard of Madhavendra Puri's intense love before Nityan Prabhu for judgment. Mahaprabhu said, all his loving activities are uncommon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, indeed one is struck with wonder to hear of his activities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Sri Madhavendra Puri used to remain alone. He was completely renounced and always very silent. He was uninterested in everything material, and for fear of talking about mundane things, he always lived without a companion. After receiving the transcendental orders of Gopal, this great personality traveled thousands of miles just to collect sandalwood by begging. Although Madhavendra Puri was hungry, he would not beg food to eat. This renounced person carried a load of sandalwood for the sake of Sri Gopal. Without considering his personal comforts, Madhavendra Puri carried one mound, about 82 pounds. 82 pounds is around 37.19 kilogram. 37 kg of chandan of sandalwood and 20 tolas about 80 ounces, that is 226 gram he has written there. So overall around 38 kg of weight, combined sandalwood and camphor. This transcendental pleasure was sufficient for him. Since there were restrictions against taking the sandalwood out of the Orissa province, the toll official confiscated the stock, but Madhavendra Puri showed him the release papers given by the government and consequently escaped difficulties. Madhavendra Puri was not at all anxious during the long journey to Vrindavan through the provinces governed by the Muslims and filled with unlimited numbers of watchmen. Although Madhavendra Puri did not have a farthing with him, he was not afraid to pass by the toll offices. His only enjoyment was in carrying the load of sandalwood to Vrindavan for Gopal. This is the natural result of this is very important shloka. I can repeat. Pragada premirayai स्वभाव आचार निज दुख विघ्नाधीर ना करो विचार. This is the natural result of intense love of Godhead. The devotee does not consider personal inconveniences or impediments. In all circumstances, he wants to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In general, also in love, you can see mother loves the child passes stool, he passes urine, so many dirty things he keeps doing. Mother never feels that he's passing stool and something dirty. Anybody else is he will feel so bad, but mother never feels that. That is how the love is. Love is blind in that sense. So similarly, devotee who has love for Krishna, any inconvenience is all welcome. In fact, it is not felt only. He will not realize only that there was some problem there. Whole world will see that so much problem. But the devotee is mad after Krishna. In madness, you don't realize what all things you did in that period. So this is intense mad love for Krishna. Since there were restrictions against taking sandalwood, okay, this we saw. Okay. So Gopal wanted to show how intensely Madhavendra Puri loved Krishna. Therefore, he asked him to go to Nilachal to fetch sandalwood and camphor. With great trouble and after much labor, Madhavendra Puri brought the load of sandalwood to Remuna. However, he was still very pleased. He discounted all the difficulties. To test the intense love of Madhavendra Puri, Gopal, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, ordered him to bring sandalwood from Nilachal, and when Madhavendra Puri passed this examination, the Lord became very merciful to him. Such behavior exhibited in loving service between the devotee and the devotee's lovable object, Sri Krishna, is transcendental. It is not possible for a common man to understand. Common men do not even have the capacity. After saying this, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu read the famous verse of Madhavendra Puri. That verse is just like the moon. It has spread illumination all over the world. Continuous rubbing increases the aroma of Malay sandalwood. Similarly, consideration of this verse increases one's understanding of its importance. As the Kaustubh is considered the most precious of valuable stones, this verse is similarly considered the best of poems dealing with the mellows of devotional service. Actually, this verse was spoken by Srimati Radharani herself, and by her mercy only was it manifest in the words of Madhavendra Puri. We are coming to that verse. Only Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has tested the poetry of this verse. No fourth man is capable of understanding it. Originally, Srimati Radharani recited. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, non-different with the mood of Radharani. He is the second one, and only third person is Madhavendra Puri. No fourth person has the capacity to understand it. Madhavendra Puri recited this verse again and again at the end of his material existence. Thus, uttering this verse, he attained the ultimate goal of life. When he was on his deathbed, in the last days, he was continuously reciting this verse. You can repeat after me. Aye Dina Dayadra Nath He Mathura Nath Kadavalokya Se Hridayam Tada Alok Kataram Daita Bhramyati Kim Karomi Aham. This is Srimati Radharani's mood after Krishna left for Mathura. That's why she's addressing as Mathura Nath. O my Lord, O most merciful Master, O Master of Mathura, when shall I see you again? Because of my not seeing you, my agitated heart has become unsteady. O most beloved one, what shall I do now? So Radharani's intense separation is expressed in this verse by herself only. and Madhavendra Puri was completely tuned in with that mood. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited this verse, he immediately fell to the ground unconscious. He was overwhelmed and had no control over himself. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell to the ground in ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda quickly took him on his lap. Crying, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then got up again. Exhibiting ecstatic emotions, the Lord began to run here and there, making resounding noises. Sometimes he laughed, and sometimes he cried, and sometimes he danced and sang. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not recite the whole verse. Ai Dina, Bole Barabar. He's not able to tell. Just some time back it was done. Now he was overwhelmed by ecstasy and he's not able to complete the verse only. Only saying Ai Dina, Ai Dina. He simply said Ai Dina repeatedly. Thus he could not speak and profuse tears were in his eyes. Trembling, perspiration, jubilant tears, shock, fading of the bodily luster, disappointment, moroseness, loss of memory, pride, joy, and humility were all visible in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body. Simultaneously, so many emotions. So there are many bhavas. They are described by Rupa Goswami and many other acharyas. Kuttamita bhav and many other. Radharani experiences many bhavs in the separation from the Lord. This was uncovered the door of ecstatic love, and when it was exhibited, all the servants of Gopinath saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance in ecstasy. When many people crowded around Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he regained his external senses. In the meantime, the offering to the deity had been finished, and there was a resounding arti performance. When the deities were laid down to rest, the priest came out of the temple and offered all 12 pots of sweet rice to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took the remnants left by Gopinath. And then he became very pleased. In order to feed the devotees, he accepted five of them. He is one and four of them. Five only he accepted, and remaining seven he returned them to the priest. Then the 5 pots of sweet rice the Lord had accepted were distributed among the five devotees, and they ate the prasadam. Being identical with the Gopinath deity, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already tasted and eaten the pots of sweet rice. Yet, just to manifest devotional service, he again ate the pots of sweet rice as a devotee. He, as Lord, Shirchur Gopinath is non different from Chaitanya. He had already eaten that kheer. But now he is acting as a devotee, so he took one pot for devotee should accept prasadam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that night at the temple engaged in congregational chanting. In the morning, after seeing the Mangalati performance, he departed. In this way, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally tested with his own mouth the transcendental qualities of Gopalji, Gopinath, and Sri Madhavendra. All three he glorified. Thus, I have described both the transcendental glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's affection for his devotees and the highest limit of ecstatic love of God. Shraddha Yukta Haya Iha Shune Ye Jan Shri Krishna Charane Se Paya Prema Dhan. One who hears this narration with faith and devotion attains the treasure of love of Godhead at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Haribo! So all of you got, and me also, I also heard. Hmm? Got treasure of love of Godhead at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padayara Ash Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Raghunath, Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I Krishna Das narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Okay. Sorry I went super fast, but that's how we can recite all that, and the Shrutifal shows that anybody who hears this, he will get Krishna Prem. Any question? Time is over. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Desire to have desire to serve the Lord is higher than money.
Haribo.
Haribo. Thank you. Yeah. All best it is. Best. Donation box is here and Prabhu is there. And office also must be nearby. Yeah. Huh? But that here there is no difference only. Here is it much better because Tirupati Balaji he will anyway get there. Here very few only will give. You are the one who is supposed to give because you got benefited by Prabhupada's books and devotees. Devotee should be chased to their temple and should give there by all means. And not only just once, but regularly. That's why Nitya Seva is na, every month. Every month they should give some minimum fixed amount, as and when possible, some more amount also. Every grahastha should give. Ideally, 50% of the income should be given in the service, preaching purpose. But if not, then anything less than that, 49% you can give. If that is difficult, 48 will do. But if it is 47, give at least 10-20% like that. For Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when he wanted to build a Bagh Bazar temple, one Grahastha sold out his living house, sold out all the jewelry of his wife, clothes of wife and his own clothes. She had one sari she was wearing and one more sari, and he was having one dhoti kurta and one more dhoti kurta. That's it. No house. He's on the road. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur knew it. So he told the brahmacharis, give one brahmacharya ashram room to this couple. So but how can Mataji stay in ashram? I am telling, they are not grastas, they are more than sannyasis. Give one room. Yes, Guru Maharaj. So one room was given. And they both were staying there. And that grasta cried tears. He wrote a letter, Guru Maharaj, no, I belong to you only. What is this, all this? This is always yours. I am yours. And you are allowing me to serve you. This is your greatness. He glorified Bhakta Thakur. That you are so great that you are accepting me and this some insignificant service that I could render. So like that should be the mood of every devotee. They should not reserve anything. Give everything fully. As much as we don't have faith, that much we may reserve for ourselves. Then we will only suffer. All that we keep aside, that will be cause of our anxiety, lamentation, and somehow the other doctors will take, lawyers will take, tax collectors will take, and somebody or the other will take. Non Krishna Bhakta agents, some others. Better give in the service of the Lord. And Krishna will give you a lot. Somehow recently someone Mataji happened to give me, somehow I got some 1 lakh rupees, one devotee, somehow I got it. So then I thought, let's me give to TAP, like that. As such, I had thought of giving 3 lakhs to TAP, so I had given it earlier through others. I asked devotees. I asked my father also. Father gave 1 lakh many years back. But then I thought, I'll give this also. So I gave 1 lakh rupees to TAP. And within less than a week, one Mataji gave me 1.5 lakhs, which I never thought of. And she is not even married. And she said, I want to offer. You use it anyhow you want to use. So I was wondering. I gave 1 lakh and she gave 1 point. So Lord want to say, Arey, you gave less. You should have given more. You say how much I give you back. And I was stunned. My God. So I should give more now. So it's a transcendental competition. Who can give more? Ultimately, we will be put to shame. Krishna will prove that he only gives us more. We cannot give him much as such. Yes, any other? Yes, you should talk to temple presidents here. No, that will happen. You don't worry about practical. No, no, you just express desire, but something should tangibly should also be there as such. At least express to your counselor and the presidents. They will see what to do. Something can come up also. Like one Mataji told me that she has land in hometown. So she told the name of that hometown, and I was wondering where it is. So I put in GPS, try to figure it out where it is, whether ISKCON can have possess that land like that. Then I told maybe we can have it. Then I put her in touch with some devotee, and they will think. The managers they know whether to go for it or something else can be done. We can have Goshala there, or we can sell off that land and purchase land somewhere else, and we can have ISKCON temple over there. There are strategies where ISKCON temple can be. Mainly, we want to cover cities and many things like that. There are hundreds of things that have to be taken care of. If we tell the managers in ISKCON, they will do that. Yes. Hmm. Tishtan Vraje, Tadanuragi Jananugami. You should always reside in Shirundavan Dham and follow in the footsteps of Vrajavasis. All the lakhs of verses of the scriptures are condensed form given by Srila Rupa Goswami in Upadeshamrit. 11 verses only. Whatever there in the Vedas is there in that 11 verses. And in 11 verses, the quintessence is this 8 verse. Hmm? तन्नामरूपचरितादिषु कीर्तनानु स्मृत्यो क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियुज्य तिष्ठन् व्रजे तदनुरागी जनानुगामी कालं नयेत किलमिति उपदेशसारम्. It's only Upadeshamrit. It's a nectar of instruction. And Upadeshasaram, the nectar of the essence of the essence, quintessence, is in this verse. And one of the things one needs to do is Tishtan Vraja, always reside in Shirundavan Dham and follow in the footsteps of Vrajavasis. For us, the topmost Vrajavasi is Srila Prabhupada. He was in Vrindavan, he left Vrindavan, went America and established new Vrindavan, new Jagannath Puri, new Dwarka, new this, new that. So like that. He's the topmost Vrajavasi. If you just follow, read his books, then you will realize how I am fortunate to get the residence in Vrindavan. If you go to Shri Vrajabhumi Vrindavan, there you'll find just be a Vrajavasi in 23 lakhs by possessing 2 BHK in this Vraja villa or this arcade, something will be there. So you cannot be Vrajavasi by 23 lakhs payment by owning some 2 BHK. You can go on the land of Vrindavan, but you can never enter in Vrindavan. Hmm. Vrindavan is covered by a thin veneer. Only by taking shelter of the lotus feet of pure devotee, by hearing him attentively and following in his footsteps, only one can enter in Vrindavan. It's not a cheap thing that you pay 23 lakhs rupees. That way, Birla and Ambanis can have 10,000 2 BHKs there. It's hundreds of buildings they can own over there. It's not so cheap. Anyway, your question, I don't know whether it completed or not. That is not it. If our spiritual master tells us to shift to Vrindavan for some services, we may. Otherwise, we should just go once in a year during Kartik month or so. If our spiritual master is taking yatra there, wherever the spiritual master takes the yatra, we should go there. Because wherever he goes, that is only Vrindavan. That should be full conviction. Otherwise, Bhagavatam condemns very heavily. यस्यात्मबुद्धि गुणपेतृधात्विके स्वधिकलत्रादिषु भौम इज्जति यत्तीर्थबुद्धि सलिले न करहिचित जनेषु विघ्नेषु स एव गोकरा. That person has certainly the mentality of cow and asses. If he thinks my body is the thing and my wife, my children, these are all mine, and the place I am born, that is worshipable land, and he goes to holy places just to take dip in the holy water, thinking that all sins are removed now. Now I can do next set of sins. So this is having the mentality of ass and cows. So one should not have that. And Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya in Shri Prem Bhakti Chandrika says, Tirthayatra Parishrama Kevala Manera Dharma. This whole hard work of going to any holy place, you have to book the ticket in advance. Then you have to board the train or plane, go there, have a lodge there, and then go for darshan, stand in the line sometimes for hours and hours, and then stampeding here, there. Somehow you are pushed out from there, and then you're sweating at the end, and you're wondering where is this and where is that. So this is all not. This is parishram, hard work. Tirthayatra parishrama kevala manera brahm. It's the all illusion of your mind. Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya is saying. So why is he saying like that? That means one should follow only Guru's order. The Guru tells us, our Rupa Goswami Pad is one of our top gurus. He has said, नाम कीर्तन साधु संग नाम कीर्तन भागवत श्रवण मथुरावास Shri Murti Shraddhaya seven, five things of the 64 regulative principles. In case we are not able to perform 64 regulative principles, in ISKCON temple, if you attend morning program 4:30 to 9:30, so 41 gets accomplished. I think here we are not going for circumambulation because temple is little this thing. But otherwise, we have one of the thing is circumambulate, pradakshina. So we have that also. Charanamrit we have. Then singing, dancing, all those things. 41 get accomplished, but 64 one may not be able to accomplish. So for that reason, five essence is told. Sadhu Sang, one should associate with devotees. Nam Kirtan, one should chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bhagavad Shravan, one should hear Srimad Bhagavatam class. Every morning we have in temple. Then Mathuravas, one should reside in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So here in temple is not different from Vrindavan only. Anytime we visit, lordships are there. Where will Lord stay? Krishna never goes one step out of Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya padam ekam na gacchati. He never goes one step out of Vrindavan. He always remains in Vrindavan only. So here is Radha Madhav, Radha Gaurangi Bangaloreshwar. So this is Vrindavan. Mathura was and Sri Murtira Shraddha Seven. We should worship the deities with great faith and devotion. So just by standing before them, dancing, offering flower, paying obeisances, all that, we are worshipping them. So five things we can do. There is no need to go. Certainly we should reside in Vrindavan by hearing about Vrindavan. He says, Vishaya chadiya kabe, Shuddha habe mana, kabe ha mahiribo, Shri Vrindavana. When my mind is freed from the attraction to, the sense objects, eyes, beautiful forms, ears, melodious music, when our senses are not attracted to sense objects in the material sense, then my mind would be purified and I will be able to see Vrindavan everywhere, every time, all the time. In 1997, my first Vrindavan Yatra with His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, I was college student. Somehow, exam was there in December, I think, something like that. And this was in October, Kartik. So somehow we felt no problem. We'll study somehow. And then by Radheshan Prabhu's grace, we could go there. So in, I think, Gokul Mahavan or somewhere, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj saying that before meeting Srila Prabhupada, I was residing in Vrindavan as a yogi. I was in search of sadhus and all that. He told in a elaborate way. And then he said 2 months also he stayed in Vrindavan. Then he went to New Vrindavan. Prabhupada told him. So he was serving there. And there the rule was nobody can go to Vrindavan and all that. Wherever Prabhupada wants you to be, serve there and that's it. So he could not go to Vrindavan at all as a brahmachari from there, New Vrindavan to here. He could not come. So then he was in love with Vrindavan, so he was telling brahmacharis. He and Barsana Maharaj, these two, they would tell glories of Vrindavan. So Maharaj had personally stayed, and Barsana Maharaj, I think, based on book or whatever, Krishna book. So they would tell, and all the authorities were also scared. These fellows will inspire these brahmacharis and will take them to Vrindavan. Here, who will render services? The authorities were little scared. So Maharaj, at the end of the day, while sleeping, before sleeping, he would pay obeisance, Panchang Pranam, on the bed only, and he would think of different holy places which he had visited when he was there before. Every night he would do that, and he said that was so pleasing and all that. So then onwards, when I came back from Vrindavan Yatra, then I started doing that every night before sleeping. I would think, okay, Mansarovar, then Mangad, Dangad, Vilasgad, Bhanugad, then this one, that one, Gokul Mahavan, Belvan, Bhandirvan, Bhadravan, Lohavan, Mahavan, then Madhuvan, Talvan, then Bahulavan, then Kumudvan, then Vrindavan, Khadirvan, and Kamyavan, 12 forests. East Bank, 5, 12, 7 on this side. And then within that also, so many things, hundreds of places are there. So it becomes so amazing. So just by associating with Maharaj for that, whatever 5-10 minutes of that class I'm saying, immediately my whole life was changed for a long period. In fact, for the whole life also. Every night I try to. Sometimes what I'm very tired, I feel like I will take a rest and while lying only, but sometimes so tired, while lying only think one or two holy places and put to rest. But the next day morning I try to think, oh yesterday I did not do so well. I just slept off. But it is very good meditation. So just by associating with pure devotee, we get Vrajavas and not by purchasing 2 BHK by 23 lakhs or anything less or more than that. That is not so cheap. Yes. Any other? That requires purity of the mind, heart. Hmm. He says, Malin haile man nahi Krishnera smaran. When your mind is contaminated, you cannot remember Krishna. So we have to train our mind step by step. Dushta nana tumi kisera Vaishnava. Oh my dear devilish mind, what kind of Vaishnava are you? You are only a pretender. Or bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanare Vindare. So it requires training. Hmm? Training. So all of us are getting trained. ISKCON is a training school, just like a military training school. So ISKCON is that training school. So anybody comes step by step, he will be purified, heart will be purified, and he'll naturally you'll remember the Lord, holy places in Vrindavan. This will all happen automatically. If you just go on, apply yourself fully to the process given by acharyas, and this is bound to happen. 24 hours you will be Krishna conscious. Whatever externally you do, internally you will be always in Vrindavan. You just can't go away from there. Yes. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. All the anathas will be removed, mainly passion and ignorance. 75% of passion and ignorance has to be reduced to 25% only. Then you enter in Nishtha stage. And then the remembrance and all is very fast. You enter in the Raganuga stage. The Raganuga stage is characterized by Smaranam. Remembrance is very powerful in Raganuga stage. You can read Vishnu Chakra Rupa Goswami. So, but then we are not in that stage. We are in Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. While doing Vidhi also, we are not so much remembering. Hare Krishna comes out of lips, but remembrance of Krishna doesn't come because we are not yet pure. But it will happen. Automatically it will manifest. Automatically. स्थावर जंगम देखी न देखी तार मूर्ति सर्वत्र है निज इष्ट देव स्फूर्ति. A pure devotee does not see स्थावर non-moving or jangam moving things and personalities. स्थावर जंगम देखी न देखी तार मूर्ति देखी न देखी sees but does not see. तार मूर्ति he sees is the Lord's मूर्ति only. सावजंगम देखी न देखी तार मूर्ति सर्वत्र हय everywhere is manifest निज इष्टदेव स्फूर्ति his इष्टदेव. Like for many of you will be your Gaurangi Bangaloreshwar or Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. Like I am here, I have visited so many places in India, but somehow the thought of Radha Vrindavan Chandra comes in my mind. And many times in our youth centers and all, I see some photo somewhere here and there. So I feel, oh, Lord is here also, like that. So he will manifest somehow. Your Ishtadev will manifest to you everywhere. And your Ishtadham also, Vrindavan, will come. Prabhupada says, no? So far away from Shri Vrindavan Dham, I am here now. The only solace is Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. That means the center of entire creation is Shri Vrindavan Dham. And I have come so far, 10,000 kilometers away, to America, to New York or whatever. Generally, the world considers America to be the center, and everybody tries to go there. Just like in India, many people try to go to Mumbai, because it's a financial capital of India. A lot of money can be earned. Anybody wants to earn money, he thinks first, let's move to Mumbai. Let's make money there. So many people, if you go to Mumbai, you can see that. But worldwide, people want to go to shift to whatever America generally. But Prabhupada's calculation is exactly different. He's saying Vrindavan is the center, and I have come so far away to some third class place, like insignificant place here. I long to be there. Prabhupada also said that I long to be in my Radha Damodar rooms. Hmm. Directly just coming out of the room, and right side I see Radha Damodar with Radha Chalchikan, Radha Madhav, so many deities over there. Such an opulent place. So this is, it will happen. We all have to have faith, and it will see. You see the senior devotees how they are ecstatic in their work. Now you'll see His Grace Bhurijan Prabhu. How he is so ecstatic. I think he is the one who started Hong Kong temple. Papa sent him. He went, and so many services they have done. Bliss is guaranteed. Papa said no, success is guaranteed for a rigid practitioner. Problem is we are not rigid practitioners. We are timid practitioners. You're timid. No? Should I do this? Should I not? I do it. Prabhupada has said faith is very less in us. So we have to increase the faith. Shraddha to prem is nothing but solidifying of faith only. From milk to rabdi, like that. Or from sugarcane juice to all the way rock candy, like that. Yeah, but see, mind also, we perform activities with three faculties: body, words, and mind. So, mentally, when you think, that is the beginning of an action. How somebody wants to purchase 3 BHK, he doesn't go and, I thought just now, thought also will come, the thinking is there. First, person thinks, then he may tell his wife, and then think, yeah, okay, where to purchase, how much for this and that, and then they discussed verbal, and then they go to the spot where some construction somewhere, and then they purchase, and afterwards, graha pravesh afterwards. So mind is whatever you think with your mind, you do that. Especially in Satyuga, whatever you thought, that was taken as an action. Fortunately, in Kali Yuga, that is not there for negativity. Hmm? Kushalani ashu siddhanti netarani krutanyat. Na anudveshti kalim samrat. First canto about Parikshit Maharaj. Na anudveshti kalim samrat. When Samrat Parikshit saw Kali, he was beating bull and cow. So he became very angry. He was about to kill them, but then na anudveshti. He didn't become envious of him. Na anudveshti kalim samrat. Saranga he was Sarabuk because Parikshit Maharaj was Saranga. He was like bumblebee which goes to one flower, takes some honey, maybe 1 milligram, milliliter, whatever. Okay. Then he goes to another bigger flower, it is able to offer 5 milligram. Okay, good. Takes it. So Sarang, he was Sarabuk. He was what you call Saragrahi. Essence of flower is the honey, and that bumblebee takes that. So he was like that. He said, Kushalani Ashu Siddhanti. He saw one great thing about Kali Yuga in the age in which we are living. Kushalani Ashu Siddhanti. Any good thing you think of, you get result for doing it. We have not done it. We only thought of it. Netarani Krutanyat and other thing that means bad thing. Unless you do that, you won't get bad reaction. So how fortunate we are. Long before Renuka, the wife of Jamadagni, she had gone to get water in Ardhan pot, and across the river she found one Gandharva. He was playing with the women, and she thought maybe I should also like that. And then because of that thought, there was delay in getting water. Jamadagni could foresee my wife's mind is contaminated. She thought of enjoying with a Gandharva. He cursed her. You are a chaste lady. You should be killed. He told his sons, kill your mother. And he was like, how can we kill mother? No, 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 no. Then he called Ram. Parshuram, come Parshuram. Parshuram, you kill your mother, she is unchaste, and kill all your brothers, they are disobedient. And Parshuram took his Parshu, he chopped off the head of mother and chopped off the heads of all the sons, all his brothers also. Because he knew my father is not some ordinary human being. He's a great sage. Then Jamdagni was so happy. My dear son, I'm so proud of you. You fulfill my desire. Ask for any benediction. Two benedictions. He said, I want two benedictions. Yeah, done. Ask. My mother and brother should be survived. They should be brought back to life, and they should not remember what I did with them. He said, "Okay, blessed." So they came to like, and they thought as if we slept for some time, and what happened? Okay, maybe whatever. And they did not remember only that Parshuram had chopped up their heads. So like that. So what was our original point? We went too far. Thought, yeah. So because she thought of enjoying with that Gandharva, her head was chopped off. If we were like that, my God, ISKCON would be like headless society of devotees. Yes, at least my head will be the first one to fall down on the ground. So that is not the thing. But Kushalani Ashu Siddhanti, whatever good thing. That's why Her Grace Nitai Sevani Mataji, when she had come to Pune last year, this year also she came, but last year she was telling, I like that point, when she stayed in Visakhapatnam temple with Samba Prabhu. So she, for services and all, she might be going from this place to that place in the car and all. So when she goes through market area, she says, okay, all these fruits are offered to Krishna, all these flowers are offered to Krishna, all these vegetables are offered to Krishna. She says, in my mind, I offer everything that is there in the market to Krishna, so that all those people who come there and purchase those things, they will get directly prasad, whether it is sabji, flowers, fruits. And I thought, wow, very bold. This is very good. Long before we had heard about Janam Prabhu also. When he would say apple tree, it seems he would put some altar photo, deity's photo, and he say, all these are apples are offered to Krishna, like that. So that is all prasad now. It's very good mood. On the mental platform, you can do lot of bhakti, unlimitedly more than on physical platform because physical body has limitations. But for that, mind has to be pure. Malina haile man, nahi Krishna rasmaran. Mind is contaminated. We just can't remember Krishna. While chanting Hare Krishna, we can't remember Krishna. What to speak of when we are not chanting? So it requires high degree of purity of mind, and that is possible by Vaidhi Bhakti. Keep doing it, you will be purified in mind. What outsiders है ना, अरे हमारी भक्ति तो चलती रहती है अंदर, हमें मंदिर आने की क्या जरूरत है. So you will be able to reach that platform. That not coming to temple. By coming to temple, you will reach so much purity that you will be able to remember. Like all of you after going, all of us now we will be leaving this temple hall. But somehow that thought will come. Okay, today turban of Jagannath was red and yellow, and those turban pieces, and Subhadra Devi has that crown, reddish and golden, and then Gajra also. This impression is formed. That will come somewhere. It's like a negative, photo is clicked and negative is there, and somehow sometime it will become positive. It will become, but slowly, slowly. One has to have patience. Okay. You have to read Krishna book. You'll find stories. In Mahabharata there are stories. But main thing, prayers should have three components. One is we should glorify the Lord. Hmm. He says, Patita Pavana Hetu Tava Avatar. Oh Lord, you have appeared in this world for the deliverance of all fallen souls. That is applicable to all the deities. For all these deities, so many people come every day and thousands and lakhs of pilgrims every year. So they are purified just by taking darshan of the Lord. So glorifying the Lord. Second, telling one's fallen condition. Mosama patita prabhu na paibe. Oh Lord, I am so fallen. There is no one more fallen than me. So please, you are Patit Pavan and I am the Patit. So please deliver me. Prove your name to be true. Like that. And the third is having some desire, that we can express. That I wish to serve you, whatever. I want to feed you bhoga or something. And then Lord will fulfill that desire also. He will arrange for you facilities so that you can render that service physically also. So three components of prayer are there. Dainya Bodhika. Our first is Samprathanatmika. That is, Samprathanatmika is glorifying the Lord. Dainya Bodhika is telling one's fallen condition. Dainya, humility. And the third is Lalsamai, expressing some desire. I want Kabe Habe Bolo Se Dina Mar अपराध गोचे शुद्ध नामे रुचे कृपा बले हबे हृदय संचार कबे हबे बोलो से दीनामा. Oh when that day be mine, when giving up all the offenses I will chant offenselessly, and experience a flood of mercy in my heart. So like that you can experience, oh Lord, please help me to be able to offenselessly chant. Let me be able to serve more and more Vaishnavas in a better and better way with the days, months, years passing by. I want to serve 10 million devotees minimum before I die. So Krishna will arrange. He has to arrange. Otherwise, then he being the Lord and hearing, seeing will be disproved. He's a person. He's standing there. He is watching us. More than we watching him, he is watching us. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur from distance only he would take darshan. Any temple. In fact, in South Indian temple, he was there, like there, at the door. And one person saw there's some sannyasi standing. He said, Maharaj, अंदर जाइए, अंदर जाइए. अंदर से दर्शन ले सकते. He said, okay. नहीं नहीं महाराज अंदर जाइए, अंदर जा सकते हैं. Just imagine somebody takes darshan from that glass. He said, अरे इधर तक आ सकते हैं, कोई problem नहीं है. You cannot go there, but here you can go. So he said, no, it's okay. Then he said, नहीं नहीं जाइए आप. बोले, I have not come here to see the Lord. Lord has seen that I had come for his darshan. So don't try to see Krishna. Act in such a way that Lord wants to see you. Bhaktivinoda Thakur statement. So we should be so eager to render service to the Lord. The Lord is eager to serve you. Just like who does President of India or Prime Minister of India want to see, want to meet? Somebody who has done something great for the nation, isn't it? We all, if Narendra Modi is coming here somewhere, on the street here, immediately all of us will go somewhere as near as possible. Police will not allow very close, but somewhere, and we want to see him. But he wants to see those people who have rendered lot of service. He has come to Bangalore for what? Somebody who has done some special service, something. hmm. So for them he will come. So we have to serve the Lord in such a way that Lord wants to see us. But in scriptures, you will get a lot of things about Subhadra Maya also. But Subhadra Maya is the in charge of Yoga Maya. So Purnamasi also comes in that category. And Radharani is the main. From her only all these expansions are there. Yes. Last question. In 2 minutes, we'll answer and we'll end. Yeah, if you are also inspired by this and have faith, you can maybe not small pieces, you can get it grinded completely, ground it, grind it, and it will be powder. So take one powder. Just like Rajat Dhuli also we take na sometimes in the mouth. We put it on the head. Like that pot also is soil only, not a problem. Now, body is also made of earth only. If you have faith, you will not. Body will not deteriorate. Body will be ecstasy. Hair will stand on end when you take that crushed, powdered, what earthen pot. Hmm? Depends on your faith. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्रील माधवेंद्र पुरी पाद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी।
Hare Krishna. So let us thank His Grace Sundarshyam Prabhu for taking out his valuable time and thrilling us with his enthusiastic Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela. So Prabhuji will be here for the next coming 2 days as well. Okay. So next 2 mornings. So please make sure you block your time and come and attend Prabhuji's classes in the morning. So let us thank Prabhuji for today's session by one time loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
So very soon we'll have His Grace Burjan Prabhu's arrival. So devotees are requested. Please quickly go and honor Prasadam and come back. At the entrance over there, we'll be having Kirtan. Welcome Kirtan for Maharaj. So please be there for that. Okay. Hare Krishna.